you told me at the start of the season, I would have probably said yes after the FlyQuest game, but then it kept building and building and building. And a team that you know what? I was maybe a little bit hesitant coming into the season, but they have done nothing but upset after upset. Little bit of a difficult one versus Supernova Comets last week, but honestly, who hasn't had a rough series versus them? But here we are. The matchup of all matchups starts here. It's Ghost Gaming over on the T side, gathering up, getting ready to kick off this offensive.
Pistol round. You set yourself up. Ellie sneaking up mid in Lumen. They have triple stacked B. Flash him and over just to clear them over in Arch. Craft. Can hear all this motion waiting for the rest of her team to join her on over. And oh my god, they're wrapping. They're wrapping Arch. Sevenlicious here to cut off rotates. Able to find one, but the Doolies answer back. And this could be a free bomb plant if Olia wasn't there. It's going to get one for her own. Bomb is going to get planted. Now it's just a retake.
It's Bezdaria close up, and actually they all peek into her. The Julies, they're going to mow down too, and that's way more than they should ever have let her get. Emilite alone in the clutch. It seems like a tale as old as time, and immediately Lumen, they lose the opening jewels. They're caught off guard, but their ability to get their head right back into the pistol round, and there it is. The defuse comes on through, and Bezdaria with the Julies with 4 to kick us off.
Oh my god. You know what? Let them sing. Let them sing. Let's go. What a great start off for Lumen. What a great start with the Doolies. You never really see these have a bunch of airtime where they work out in their favor. And you know what? I'm happy about it here. Ghost Gaming, probably not. They did get a bomb plant though, so they're going to force into this one. Mac 10s and a Galil on Ellie. This looks like something fast. They want to take space, and that's the flashes up. Banana, Molly out in response for the CTs. Bezdaria, Molly to round, and okay, quickly traded.
The fact that she's able to stay alive long enough for Scrap to come in and get the trade it's going to hurt a little bit, but they decide to back off here, not willing to push the smoke, and Lumen, they've already called over Olia to help. Sit and wait. Smoke. Scraft's going to try and get ahead of it. Not 100% sure, and now very dangerous to push ahead. But the fact that she's not spotted anything from here is going to tell her so much. Smoke goes a little bit deeper here as well, and then Ghost, they have to make the decision just to back off here. And you can already tell Scraft's looking at maybe rotating away, but Ghost, they pull back just to spring forward faster.
Well, yeah, the only one here very close to sight. Scrap. A little bit worried of an arch wrap again. Here's the util coming out. Molly down in response. Olia is able to safely tuck around here. Spots a teammate right around the corner. But that's a double entry onto site. That's another bomb plant and more rifles picked up for them.
3 versus 2, and Kira has to try get herself quickly into church. That smoke's going to be fading very shortly. Needs to go deep, and they're not quite going to do the damage that they want to see coming out. Piggy Kiki in the dark, waiting. Here's the footsteps, jumps on out. The nade is going to be really great, but Kira now has to find the kills. Her attention split divided. She pushes on forward, but unfortunately caught in the middle of a crossfire. Long range and stolen away. We talked about the 4 spy wars. We talked how important they were going to be, and stealing away that conversion. The second round as a CT, after investing in the first, that is the scariest round to be playing.
Oh, absolutely. And you can already see they're forcing into it again. But I really like this from Ghost. The pause that they had. Banana made Lumen very unsure if they were going to push or not. They were still throwing util, still had 2 players on A side. So they thought they had all of their bases covered.
And when they play so passively A as well, they don't have any information that it's still going to be a B hit. They are completely in the dark. You are spot on there. And here we go. It's this time up mid. Sakura fully blind, goes to the peak anyway. Emily is going to have her teammates back, but it's Ellie going to find the kill. Mira's already pushed through Boiler, and unfortunately, that is going to be a weapon dropped on over. Sakura actually just choosing to stick with the Deagle for a little bit longer. And the rest of the team, actually, they've sensed that there's nothing much more going on, and they've called everyone to be really early. And it's a lovely read.
Yeah, well, they showed their presence, showed 4 in brackets. Where else is Ghost going to think about going other than B site? And look, they're already in boost positions here. It's going to be hard to clear these just with your rifles. Sevenlicious finds one. They're not going to clear Scratch. She's able to find one. Almost the second is going to drop down just to save her life for now. Oh, the nade. Sakura left alone.
And she's so far, I think, yeah, just the call to save here, because they can force buy as much as they want, but they really don't have the money to get anything good with it this time. But I think even though the round is lost here, I say that, maybe Sakura are going to go for an exit pick or two here, but I think this is a good opportunity to highlight something that we saw in week 1 from Ghost, and that it's the biggest, it's the boldest thing in my notes about them for their CT side, is that... for their T side, it is in bold.
Underlined?
It's highlighted everything. The boosts can be really effective. Oh, everything.
Sorry.
The whole shebang, like underlined, fancy. It's in Comic Sans and everything. But
good.
The boosts are so effective against them, especially at the beginnings of the map before they start to realize. Because towards the end of the map, they actually remember, you know, teams like to boost against us. But for instance, the boost onto the flower pots as Ghost are attacking, they never seem to clear early game. And so you find 2 kills, 3 kills, and it's ruined rounds for them, it's ruined halves for them. But this time, it's not as monumental, they're able to pull the round back in, but it's something that I think Lumen are going to take major advantage of, and I'm hoping Ghost, once again, they clock it early into the game that teams are boosting into these positions, and that even if there's a smoke there, they have to be careful. And towards the end, they will start pre-firing it. I think maybe they might start doing that a little bit earlier now that they know that Lumen's getting a bit cheeky already.
It's hard to do that when you're trying to clear sight. Don't really want anyone to peek out new box at you quite yet. Oh my god, that nade damage over on B site already happening, and they're just peeking one by one. 2 kills though for Lumen just on this save round. That's gonna be, whoa, that's a third. That's an AK picked up and utility. T-side Molly.
They could go for this if they want. I think they're looking to as well. And there's been no resistance in Banana. They cut out noise here, and they are still only on a deagle, but has that smoke to use for CT if they so desire. But to them, Emily's already back site. There's a Molotov for if they want to go for it, but it does look like they are just trying to swing at this fight dry. Emily, however, there's a molly for the bomb. Stop the defuse is going to call Sevenlicious to activate. Backs her turn. She gets 1. It's messy for the second, but that's where Emily, the second blade comes out, and they pinch her. But they certainly let that retake get a little bit closer than is comfortable.
I mean, CTs did their job, got 3 kills on just a save round, is going to force them not to be able to save too much. Just a couple thousand over on Ghost Gaming, and I mean, did they really need to save the AK? It would have been a bit of a difference, would have had Bezdari on a rifle, but they have full buys, full utility this round, no kits in sight. The Molly's doing a bit of damage, and they are pushing down Banana like crazy. Oh, it's so hard. What is going on here? He threw the smoke. Sevenlicious on 3 health. That MP9 spray. It's the MP9 spray. It didn't even work out. Well, you're left alone. Okay.
Okay. Maybe a little bit of a faux pas in the read there. You know the Lumen, they like to rotate quickly, and they've had 3 players on this site almost constantly. So maybe a little bit, you know, suspicious getting the utility out with no one to trade you there, but they've got themselves onto site. Can't really complain with results. Now smoke comes out, cover them for the plant, and set up into a post plant. And Ellie has to be wary. Is going to have Emily's back here a little bit. Molotov, however, going to force way back. And what really can you do? You've got 2 teammates saving. I think Ollie are really just trying to find an exit pick. If, you know, hold a couple onto site, stop them building up any more economy than they already have. But even that, you're going to need to start putting the rounds on the board, because the money on the T side, that's not really where your focus needs to be. I do appreciate, however, that they have left Ellie just long enough to make sure that nobody jumps in last second.
Yeah.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah, Sevenlicious first to exit away from that site just to keep her life. That was a crazy battle in Banana. Unfortunate for Lumen. If they just had maybe one more nade to clear out the smoke, would have probably been another kill. But the spam with the AKs.
Yeah.
I love the zoom in image we have of Sevenlicious's head.
Yep. But it's Piggy, Kiki, and Sevenlicious. Time and time again, we will see them aggressive in Banana. And usually it's Piggy Kiki taking these fights. It seems that Sevenlicious is hungry for the fights today instead. Nades go deep. There's still a player sandbags, and Bezdaria the smoke of her teammate, and surely they know someone's there. That is slippery, but they managed to get Scruff back out and to safety. And now Ghost maybe need to reevaluate, but no, they're still wanting to push B here, taking more and more space. And this time over towards Apps, they're trying to alleviate the pressure and give themselves options. Mira, apartments, toying with the idea. Kira waiting patiently on the other side, however.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they could get sandwiched here pretty quickly, depending on the utility. Oh, yeah, she hears the util coming back, going into a little bit more protective of a position here. Nice smoke out. Just let them drop down, but Mira not going to take advantage of that quite yet. Just wanted to keep the pressure over towards them, keep some players from Lumen on this A site, and just like this, Sevenlicious, she's in a very probable place to be able to get 2 kills. Scrapped is good for it, able to find one, and that's the go, that's the read. They're taking this thing back towards B. She's so close to them in the smoke, and she's able to find 2, almost a third. Emily switching over to the sidearm. Sakura is able to help her out there. And just like that, Lumen's able to find a second round. After all that pressure that was applied A, that is a good round there from Scraft.
I just want to see them hit the send button on the A, because it looked like the pieces were lined up really nicely there. Because if you have Mira, if Mira clears that, then you have essentially sight, because, you know, Olia gets sandwiched, yeah. And it looked really good, but they decide to pull back, they head B, and they've got a real proclivity for going B. This time, a little bit more presence. A, I like this. But I think Lumen, they've called it. They know that there was a bit over towards A, and the immediate sort of desperate attempt over towards B seemed like a last-minute switch up. So this time, looking at it, and as they take this banana control, as they see and hear nothing, they get more and more sure of their decision, and that HE from Olia, oh, it's lovely.
Chunky one. Util exchange back and forth, and hear the burning. Oh, and the clear from the smoke. Sakura is able to grab 2. Sevenlicious on her own here in this lane position. The players over in Apps have to help her out. Kira in another reposition here is able to, oh, it's a little bit hard, but she's able to find it. So is Sakura. Ellie left alone, and what a shot from her. Just to clear 1 out. The 3 players are going to be looking at her, but the rotate around. Bezdaria is able to clear it up.
That smoke just fading at the end. If it'd been just a couple of seconds more, might have had an opportunity to come up with a game plan. But no luck there. And Sakura, a player the criminal that we haven't talked enough about just yet, because she has had some stand-up games recently, is looking so on point. And the fact that the smoke clears, that she gets 2, there's just some lovely shots coming out here, but it's a little bit unfortunate, you know. The fact that they don't clear as they're jumping out of Apps does cause a couple of problems for them, because it does mean that they lose the player in Apps, and they can spin around and immediately help out the team with the players that have managed to push through short. So it feels very thrown together, some of these executes.
Update on the other series on the lovely community streams we have. We have Nouns FE versus Supernova Comets happening as well tonight, and currently the scoreline is 7-1. Supernova Comets leading the charge. I believe they are on Dust 2.
And they've already booked their plane tickets to Dallas, so this game is... Nouns unfortunately unable to qualify. Supernova Comets have already qualified, so For them, this game is a little bit of going through the motions, but it's still going to be really firepower heavy. Supernova Comets, they have been on a tear this season. So, again, another game I'm going to have to go back and watch and get the rundown from. And the fact that we're not seeing Dust do, you know, at least someone will be. Ellie. Ooh, that damage looking really good. They choose to disrespect the smoke because Ellie's already ahead of it and has called it clear. And now it's only 2 of them on this site. They've had nothing A and nobody's rotated over, so there's a real chance for Ghost to overwhelm here.
Have one Molly. Just threw it over towards New Box, and they're lining up for Scrapped and Bezdarian. Oh, switching to the sidearm. Emily and Kiki, they take the side. Sakura has rotated in. Gonna be 2 very easy kills to find. Kiki on low health, and they're not even going for the bomb plant. It's out in the open. They spray down and just AK left. One bullet can do it. She finds one. It's gonna get traded out, and we have a tied game on our hands here.
We do. That's it's a little bit of an unfortunate one because I think Lumen, there's a bit of miscoordination on who's shooting at whom. Because they're very eager to get the kills, and the reason that they find the kills on both of them is because they just run out of bullets. Both players here have to reload, and so they both get caught out here by the pistols, you know, just managing to stay alive long enough and dodge enough bullets to wear down the magazines. And it yields them a sight, it yields them some results. It's not a bomb plant, as you said, but it's something, it's a couple of kills to try keep Lumen's economy humble. And to pad their own bank a little bit. Now, Kiki leading the charge once more. The flash is perfect. Scruff is hiding and has her teammate to back her up, but the flash, Olia, it's perfect. They find both kills, and now Emily just has to try back off, but they're gonna give her that. They're gonna respect her enough to let her live.
Look at this. They're in an arch smoke right now. Everyone on Lumen can hear them walking around this site. Emily and Mira, they are not going quiet with this. Ellie is going to be able to cut off some of the rotates. Lots of damage onto Olia for now. And a kill as well. Ooh, the peaks out are perfect. Here's able to only find a 1, and these sites basically theirs. They're able to get the bomb plant.
That they are. And suddenly this round flips on its head. Bezdaria joined up with a teammate. They're going to crawl all the way around to short, and there's no smoke covering this, but Ellie hot on the trigger, jiggling the angle. It's going to need to be clean from them. She decides not to fire the Molotov to try force her on out. And actually, she remains safe for now, and the crossfire has been established. They need to clear both, but they haven't got rid of Emily. But it's fine, because there are both kills. Scruff manages to get the kill just in time before the trade comes through, and it's enough. It's just enough.
Just enough. That's all you really need. You need just enough rounds to be able to win the map. And Lumen, I'm liking how their CT side is right now. You've been putting out some really good pointers. Like, it does feel like it's a little bit messy. They're getting very quick with trying to kill all the players on site, and they're not coordinating. All right, this is who I'm shooting. I'll shoot here. And that just kind of comes when you don't have as much experience on this map, playing together, having scrims, having your protocols in place. But it's working so far. Ghost Gaming getting overwhelmed and just by the skin of their teeth, getting bomb plants. And this is going to be a round very, very important for Ghost to win. They've invested a lot into this, a lot of utility. Kiki just on a Mac 10. Oof.
Oof, indeed.
A little bit oof. And it could be a little bit oof on both ends.
It can be indeed, and we've not had the chance to see the AWP coming out for either side here yet, because that economy, they've been going back and forth, and it's another round where it hangs in the balance here for Ghost, even with potential victories. But the early damage, they're giving Piggy Kiki so much space to work with, but it's sort of a bit of a trap, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Saving their mollies for any visibility up top.
They let them take... Yeah, they let them take banana because they have no reason to fight for it, because they just hold them off a couple of meters forward. And over towards A, they've not even been peeking mid. They don't care for it. They've just been sat on these sides.
They're not even giving Mira that fight. And honestly, smart from them, a smart read, just because of how much space that she commends on Ghost. Okay, the Mollies, save Mollies coming out just to slow them down. They are able to beat this, and Ellie in a very prime position, and a little bit of a lurk going up in B apps as well from Mira. Bob is going to get picked up, and let's see where the decision lies. They're going to be going up B. That's a nice peek and a kill from Sevalicious and Pikiki. That's the entire defense out of the gate. Sakura is close to rotate, but she wants to alleviate the pressure here on this A site quite first. There we go.
They know Ellie and Mira tend to be these apartments players, and they know for a fact that Ellie likes to hang around archers and try cut off these rotates and go for the flanks upon flanks for these retakes. So the fact that they call it, but I think that was the call to save the moment that they lost those two players in B. They were like, right, let's go deal with the one player we know is going to be a thorn in our backside, and then we can just sit here and wait out this timer. And I think smart move. They've got a little bit of money, but with how the lost bonuses have been and with them toying with the rounds between one another, it's not quite going to be pretty. They've got 3 kits available as well, which means they can come into this with more of a chance for future retakes when it's looking a little bit more hopeful.
Are you hopeful?
I'm
feeling
hopeful.
good about your pick?
I've not felt good about my picks all season because I've been proven wrong so much. I genuinely think that I am currently the lowest percent correct out of all of the talent this season. Other than, I think the only person who may be worse is Bardolph, who has been going for the underdog picks.
You always need someone to go for the underdog.
Exactly.
They wouldn't be an underdog.
I'm 4 out of 7 at the moment, so I'm not exactly the voice of wisdom.
Ooh, this is the first time that they've really even gotten this close with her in apps. They are getting a little frisky. Kira just going for information, so is Olia. And that is 2 players that you know about in apps this early in the round. All that pressure. Lumen, they have to stick to their sides, have to stick to where they're at, and can't really rotate. Everyone's getting pressured. Oh, through the smoke, that's a lot of damage.
It's not quite a kill, and that's the only real thing we can say, and we say it through gritted teeth. But once again, through Archers and Lumen, they know this. They know the game plan. Skura is good for 1, not quite able to find the second, but that's where Bezdaria comes in. The issue is her attention so focused over towards Archers that it leaves B weaker, but it's fine, because Craft has your back. She's got this site. Emilite's managed to get on. She's going to tap the bomb, try bait out this peak. Does indeed. It's messy. She dances with it, but she does find the pick. There's another smoke for CT, and the banana player far enough away that she's going to risk it. Here we're going to jump on out, but it's going to have to be a really quick adjust. But she manages to get herself to safety.
1v2, Olia low health, has to peek out first, has to take the attention off of Kira just to let her activate a little bit. And nade comes out, and the headshot's good from the CT.
You gotta commend, but the fact that she sees Olia, and the fact that instead of trying to chase up the kill, she goes, okay, I know that I've got a little bit of a safety there on the left-hand side, as long as I tuck in here, to continue jiggling to make sure that she's still safe from banana.
Yep.
You can see the vision, you can see that experience kicking in, but yeah, unfortunately not quite able to convert that into a clutch. But the fact that she gets the bomb down is enough for her team to go into this final round with the oomph to try close it out even.
I really liked that round from Lumen as well. Like, their CT side, it's starting to warm up a lot better. And they're peeking off of each other, getting the trades, even when it feels like it's not possible over an arch. Bezdaria just peeking off of the position, able to find it. Now Ghost Gaming looking to get very, very aggressive here. A flash out. Olia not able to capitalize on such. Now this information from Sakura has to have seen how many players are here. And Mira, maybe we'll finally see an apps pop.
hoping for it, but Sakura's ready for it. They are nading Kira to Kingdom Come, however, still low. But actually, talking of low, Piggy Kiki is as well taken down, but Kira could not be saved. Sakura manages to get two, not able to find any further, but has she done enough for her team? Scraft managed to get herself over, but Ellie's waiting for this, ready for the fight, takes it, gets the headshot. Now one more lies in wait. Bezdaria knows that her teammate is there, and actually the decision to back off and regroup in Apps, the smart one, not willing to let this spiral, not willing to be the domino that topples this. And Bezdaria running out of time. There is a kit and utility, but still has 3 to clear out. Creeping, spots Ellie. There's the first, but the Graveyard player switches to the AK Greeders. Punished, and we close out the first half 6-6. What a hype first half, and I have no doubt in my mind that we are about to see yet another incredible start to this second half here on Inferno, and it's straight up banana. It's going to be a bloodbath. All of these players in the banana wood chipper.
Oh, it is the Julies. I'm loving this from Sevenlicious hiding with them here. Lumen, they are taking their time. They're letting Scraff go and kind of look around over in Apps on A site just to see what can go and happen. A flash just to support her as well as they sneakily make their way up banana. This peek coming through from Kiki could be disastrous, and she's able to find one, quickly traded out by Kira. She gets a double, but Sevenlicious, she's still hiding here. She finds 1, 2, and 3 with the dualies. Everything comes crumbling down just like that. Scrapped has to pick up the pieces just with the Glock and all by herself. Okay.
The pick onto Sevenlicious. I was going to say, if Sevenlicious just tucks in, it's going to be so difficult for her to clear this out with the constant pressure coming in. But have a look at where Ellie is, crawling up from behind. So even if Emily goes down here, if she can activate in time. But actually, she's hesitating. She's holding off. And Emily is probably desperately calling for her to come up banana. But here we go. Through towards Arches, but not even awarded that luxury. And it is a clean, I say clean, it's a little bit messy, but it is a pistol round nonetheless to Ghost Gaming.
I mean, we saw the vision. We saw the vision with Emily a lot of rounds last round, or last half, and Lumen, they're allowed to have their own visions as well. That would have been a wrap to remember here. But no bomb plant means no force here. Just a couple, 1 Tech 9 and a flash going to be allotted over to Olia. Just going to see what their bodies can do. Lots of utility coming out from Ghost Gaming just to keep them away. Some nades and a molly.
Nades and a molly and Sevenlicious straight up, and actually the flash is so good, but it's really messy and it's close range with the MP9 to even fully flash. The fact that they still don't go down, the fact that it's only Sevenlicious that dies in that's wild. Fully blind and they still can't kill her.
MP9 go burr. Might as well keep it into the next round as well. Just keep your money looking good, looking tacked. Lumen with their full save. AK's coming in for this one. All the utility they need. They can take it slow. They don't need to just run up anywhere. Time to see what they can show us for their T side with this buy. Util exchange is over, and it looks like Kiki Sevenlicious, they want to get aggressive. They want to go quick once again. Scrap taken out of the equation. And that is B control granted over towards Ghost Gaming. The Lumen, they are already looking elsewhere. Kira, she's passing through this smoke, and 2 players looking at her. Nade coming through. That kill ends up on Mira's hands. A little bit of nade damage, but that's all right.
Acceptable casualties, but we continue, and it's messy. They've already lost 2, and there's not much utility left for Lumen, and they tried, they made a play, and now they've got no map control to work with, and the nades just keep on raining. And actually, the health bars, they're not looking great for Ghost across the board. A couple of these players, a nice spray transfer, a couple of bullets through the smoke could be damning. However, they choose to back away. All that they expended over towards A is for naught, and now they've got to make that whole pilgrimage, clear everything up towards B. And they've got no utility to do this. And Sevenlicious and Piggy Kiki, what can you do? They run through all of the utility for these early banana fights. They still walk away with kills and health to speak. And Emily's been called on over already. There is a smoke for CT on Bez Daria. But the Molotov immediately. Piggy Kiki's going to burn alive. Sevenlicious is blinded, but they haven't managed to clear her out. She pokes her head round, and they try and get her through the edge of coffins. They do, in fact, succeed and will be awarded a bomb plant. And now Ghost, they are running, sprinting over to this site. And Oli has found another. Now this is getting scary.
This is quite interesting. Double retake. A little bit of footsteps could have been heard there from the side of Lumen. Mira just trying to dance around, trying to find an opening, trying to find something, but Lumen, they are so tucked in here. Ellie able to find one. Olia gonna answer back with a trade and the spray down. Able to find the second. AKs win it this time just by the skin of their teeth. Not even gonna be a full buy into this next one. At least one drop allotted over because Olia was able to find that victory.
Yeah, it is a difficult one. In the midst of this, however, we have an update on the other game. Supernova Comets have taken map number 1 against Nouns FE. Is a 13-2, and there is still at least one more map to go there. But Supernova Comets, they're stamping their name on this season. And now we back onto this game. And this time, it's definitely a little bit slower coming out from them. Ghost, they change up the pace. A little bit of trouble with that early banana control, taking so much damage. So this time, they choose to let Lumen take it and right under their noses.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sevenless is trying to hunt that kill. Just gonna get punished by it. And that's a player falling over towards the B site. Piggy Kiki left alone over there. And a bit of a tradesies up over in apartments as they are just keeping this space, making Ghost Gaming peek their eyes out around these smokes, get a little bit more aggressive because they have to level the playing field. And oh my gosh, the timing. That's going to be heard as well. They're rotating away. The bomb is leaving Banana. Everyone's rotating.
I say everyone's rotating. Lumen's not 100% sure what they want to do, and the fact that there have been no eyes on mid whatsoever, I think maybe a little bit of a fumble here because they're going to realize all too late. And the fact that util goes in and Scraft, her whole job right now is just to sell this fake, and sell she has. Get her the commission the way she has made Ghost. Buy this wholeheartedly. And here's the plan, and they can set up, and the health's not great on Sakura, but the rest of the team looking strong, looking sturdy. And Ghost Gaming, they are not even going to look at this. The marathon it would take to get over to the other side alone, and with only one kit on Piggy Kiki, not going to risk it for the biscuit, especially with their bank account so dry.
Drier than the desert.
Drier than the desert.
Things are starting to click here. No one is entering into the site. Lumen exiting over. Sakura, I don't know if she survives this, but it's all right. Just a Mac 10 on her hands.
Should do from that short.
Oh, what?
I think
what? Okay, what is the bomb radius on? Because
stupid.
Like, what the? It's so stupid because it's so different. Like, if you were that close to the bomb on Nuke, dead, gone, out. Piece.
Yeah.
You saw it did like 50 damage to 3 of her teammates, but she was fine. That feels like a bug. Valve, please fix. She should not have survived that.
There's a couple of maps that I look at it and go, okay, that's not fair. Come on.
No,
like,
she should not have survived.
The bomb is rigged. But she does, and that's just another tally in their corner. But yeah, the bomb radius is, CS2's been out for a year now, and there's still some maps that I'm like, oh, it'll be close, and then it's not. And there's also maps where I'm like, oh yeah, they should be clear, and it's like, how? How do you die the other side of the map from here? It confuses me. I'm scared.
I think one time I was in T-spawn, and the bomb was planted B, and I died. I don't get it. I'm talking about Nuke, not Inferno, but Nuke bomb radius.
I don't live long enough to see the bomb go off. That's my secret, Can't die to the bomb radius if you die to the players beforehand.
Not my problem to deal with. That's my team's problem to deal with, actually. Oh.
Looking at the team's problem to deal with, they've got to contend with that apps player, but in the midst, Piggy Kiki goes down, and they know that B site now very weak, and immediately Emily pulled over. They know that the dynamic duo is now a dynamic single. So Emily is there to bolster, and they're going to jump up onto Flower Pot, a position that they get burnt from all too often. And whether Lumen, check this, however the bomb actually not heading towards B. They have once again left Bezdaria to try sell the fake as they hit the other site. And are Ghost Gaming ready for this? The utility comes out, gonna smoke this, make them think someone's hiding there, but Vera gets one, can't quite find the second kill, doesn't even drop down, switches to the sidearm. Sakura gets it with the pistol as well. It is messy, it is a slugfest here. And now they've still got something to deal with over towards B. The fact that Bezdaria finds this, and now Emily's got no idea what's going on, and now is stuck between a rock and a hard place, scared of the player pushing them from B, scared of the goings on in A that they know that the bomb is planted at, and just hovering, hopeful that this FAMAS can be taken into the next round.
Wow. Wow. Now, it's just hard here for Emily, just because of everything you said and how ruthless Lumen have been on their T side. They're going to try and keep all of these rifles. Not going to go and contend with Emily just yet, but you can see that 2 players are running very, very quickly up Banana, trying to find her. It's going to be a hard one to clear as she's all the way in CT spawn. I think she does survive just for now. You can hear the shots raining out from the AKs. That's a bit spooky. Tech being called, and they need to see
Final
what
one.
the heck they're going to be doing with their money. Yeah, final one.
They have been burning through them. And it's good that we're seeing teams use them. There's been a lot of teams that are too hesitant. They're like, we'd rather just get on. We don't want to, break up the momentum of this series. But final being called, and this is a problem because there is still potentially, 6 rounds left in regulation. And this could go either way. If you win this and the next, and then it comes back and you've got no more decisions in crucial moments. So this is the commit. This is them having to find a way to go on a little bit of a streak. Bring this back, not only even the scoreboard, but pull ahead. And unfortunately for them, Lumen, their money is looking particularly good right now. So it's going to have to be a couple of consecutive bangers. And it looks like straight up mid. No one's even peeking it once again, but they've decided once more Banana is where they want to be, and they have been affected so heavily by the flashes. And they lose a player unable to trade, and Piggy Kiki is, should be counting her lucky stars that she herself still has 34 HP to her name.
This has really forced Mira off of an angle. She's gonna have to really trust Ellie be able to hold down the fort over in lane, but just a flash can upset that, and a molly out. They're gonna trade util. That's a hefty nade. Scraft's still at 7 health now. That just makes her all the more mobile, trying to get the OP information. Oh, that's a nice bullet there from Bezdaria. Ellie left alone on this side, able to find 1 and 2. The bomb is now down. Kira has to fight through this. Flash gonna come through just to make them nervous, but Sakura and Olia on the other side, they're able to wrap through, get the kills, and find double digits for Lumen. Just their proactiveness here, their mid-rounding is on point here tonight.
That it is. And that's exactly what you need to be seeing coming on out. Especially given the first half, where you were losing those opening fights in Banana so frequently and having to go 2 players down. The fact that you're now winning out those fights, so you're not having to play with a deficit, you've already got yourself into that mindset of going in with a plan, but being adaptable. And they've shown that it's worked. The fact that they managed to have such a close half as well shows that it's been working, and they've been able to switch up their plan, keep themselves dynamic. It's a very messy fight onto site. Nothing really goes their way, but at that long push, it's everything. And I think a lot of it, we've got to give credit to Sakura for her flexibility on this. She's just this raw firepower machine, and it buys her team so much space in crucial moments. Now,
yep. CZ. We have a CZ in play.
I was gonna say. I don't like it, but also it's on Mira, so I will trust her. Last week we saw her do some crazy things with it, and unfortunately the CZ's bad luck is transferred to her. Sakura has managed to find themselves in a bit of a messy situation, and Sevenlicious.
Okay.
Are you okay there?
All right. I'll allow it.
Hey.
So 1 tap. Make it 2, maybe. Just like that. Pressure's being put on over towards the B players. Sakura having to hold this down all on her lonesome, and it looks like she's been able to. Emily not going to respect this smoke and just push out, trying to find her on this site. And she's being very, very silent with this. Oh, Sakura spikes her. We'll dance around, a little bit of damage. A molly out is going to make her flush to the other side, and that's a molly kill almost. She's already rotated in. Sevenlicious, she wants another 1D. She found one earlier, but they're pressuring her. They're not letting her live. She has to tuck into car.
Tuck into car. She has, and now what can you really do? You've got a little window of vision to work with here, but so has Sakura. A pixel angle, and a pixel is all she needs. Piggy Kiki, the last left, and maybe you just go for exit here because you've really not got much to save. And if you can take anybody down, if you can hold them on this site, jump out and fire into the stack as they huddle in the corner to try live, but actually, even that's not certain because low HP, they might all die here.
Nope. Not today.
Nope. Ooh, bomb.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Oh.
So close. That timing working perfectly for Lumen. They're able to keep 3 of their AKs into the next one, and we are seeing a bank deposit starting to work for the side of Lumen. And you look on over towards Ghost Gaming, we have an op. The first op that I think we have this entire map.
Technically entire series as well. And Emily, she's been known to be good on it. She usually sticks with the pack on Inferno. Doesn't really like to go for anything too flashy. And this time, she's just going to be holding passively over on towards B. And considering we've not seen it come out at all yet, maybe it's going to catch Lumen off guard. But they already know that considering they haven't seen Sevenlicious or Piggy Kiki yet, they're playing defensively this time. Peek in the corner, there is the telltale sign. And actually, I think they might choose to back away. Sevenlicious going to try punish them for their decision to surrender. But surrender they have not. Scraft stays, stands, delivers a kill. And now what really do they have as an option? Well, I can tell you that over towards A, they've got so much space. And actually, Tucker is holding for this orb. Emelite's not ready for the fight. And they dug into arches. They have almost the whole of A. They've not cleared out the site just yet. But Tucker is making quick work of it. There's only one left. And Ellie drops as well. So what more can Piggy Kiki do? And Bezdaria might not even let her get away with this.
I mean, they can afford to go hunting. They only have 1 round left to really work with it, and kill comes through. Sakura wanted a 3-piece there. So you're celebrating over in the voice comms, and honestly, they should be. Incredible work so far, and they have brought it all the way to map point. Now, Ghost, this round, it's gonna be hard. They don't have the money to really invest into it how they want to.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to work with. The tank looking pretty empty here. But we talked about the force buys. We're going to need to see it awaken once more. Molotov goes in deep, but they decide not to let them take this aggressive fight. Mira holding on to this Molotov. If they can catch her off guard, if they can catch her on the jiggle.
Molly out just to keep them at bay. Mira hasn't really done... Oh, that's a nice trade there. Ellie's still on site. They haven't cleared her out. She's able to find one and the bomb taken down. That's a nice one. She's about to get tested once again. And oh my gosh, Oli is able to save her from demise. Graft is going to go down. Just down to Oli.
Load in as well.
Yeah. She's taking this smart. She's doing this very, very slow. Expecting Ghost to be rotating through CT, and she could just run all the way over to B. Needs a bomb plant there. 3 flashes on Ghost Gaming, and a smoke, and a kit. They have everything to do if they stick here together.
Yeah, but Olia has the time to be careful with this. Because no opportunity to clear this out. There could be people hiding around every corner. But no... does her due diligence, will have plenty of time to plan, and actually Ghost, they are none the wiser right now. Maybe expecting a save potentially. This is going to catch them completely with their pants down, and bomb is being planted. They're both going to come in from Banana, but Olia has the perfect position to fight this with. However, so much util available to cut her off, especially now that she's gone church.
Rounding the corner, she can hear the CTs. She needs to isolate the fights here. She finds Sevenlicious. 1 more left, just down to Kiki. She's going to fake the defuse. Walk around the corner, trying to repopulate this, and she's able to find that headshot, and I do think she does have the defusal here. Ghost Gaming's going to live just for at least one other round. It's close. She has to have the full 10 seconds. Oh.
Ooh. Stressful, but as he said, 1 more round at least in them. But it comes down to such a close fight there. And the fact that the 2 of them not playing together, it comes down to that individual 1v1. I love the bait out just on the assumption that there isn't a defuse kit. Waits for it. But Piggy Kiki knows she's smarter, faster, and lets her team have this safety net, and now it's only 3 more needed. Banana fight not going to be given to them. Nade stack actually not going to go deep enough to cut, but Sevenlicious already managed to get herself up, desperately backing away, and a little bit more damage from the Molotov on top of all of this, and they will just keep chucking stuff, not allowing them any opportunity, and considering how low HP she is, this is a dangerous, ballsy position. And there's the kill on quad. They are firing on all cylinders. Mira, however, instant trade. Scrap needs to find this, runs through the Molotov, gets one, but that's all that's going to be. Piggy Kiki has to just back off here, call for support, and it's going to be Emilite with that FAMAS moving on over. And Mira just staying to contend with Kira, but actually might not even catch the flank through archers here, potentially.
Huh, she may be kept here out of false pretenses. Mira's been on that one spot in the map the entire season. Kira may be able to find a nice kill here on Emily. She's making all the noise in the world, trying to rotate around, thinking that it could be A, and the headshot goes for Emily. Now it's time to pump on the gas, trying to get into the site, but the boost, it's gonna work out, is gonna get traded. A hold down to Olia once again, and the site's not really safe for her. She needs to clear out Emily. Still making the noise, still has it. Still knows where they're at. Amira is in short tandem right behind her as well.
Smoke's faded as well. Now it's the fight, has to take them dry. Spots the elbow, can't find the kill. It's so messy, but Emily, there it is. Upgrades the weapon, runs to the bomb, and once again, no kit. They don't need it, although definitely playing with fire at the moment. The fact that it has been 2 back-to-back post-plant clutches needed to keep them going in their map pick, and that there's no kits available in these last couple of fights. It's scary. It has me on edge a little bit here, but
yeah.
2 more rounds of regulation.
You know, what I would be afraid of with Ghost Gaming is that Lumen, they have still so much money in the bank. They're able to rebuy into this next one. It's not even an eco for them. They have the AKs, they have the utility, they have everything, and
Lost bonus as well.
yeah. It's a lot of nade damage. It's a lot of nades thrown, not nade damage. Ghost Gaming trying to keep control of this banana, and they're getting contested as they happen every single round, and Emily looking to rotate, but is gonna still stay on this site. Mira's gonna fall. Soccer able to find a nice kill out and a smoke out just to keep that sight line away from the CTs. Is she gonna disrespect her own smoke? No, she's just gonna play in it. Just playing in it.
That's what you gotta do sometimes. Live a little on the edge. Now,
Live a little.
very quiet. This is the most sun it's ever been. It's a minute into the round, and we've barely seen any action, but look how far Lumen have pushed over towards A. Still not really where the bomb's looking to head. This is nothing but a rotate cut off at this point, with only 40 seconds remaining. Now here comes the pop. Kira not quite ahead of the Molotov, and Sevenlicious now jumps on out, sprays down, but it's Piggy Kiki actually going to find the picks. They know where she is. They know where they all are, but they can't find anything. And now Olia, the last left alive once again. There are some low HP bars to work with, and that smoke is going to allow her to push up and take that fight with Piggy Kiki, but now has to win it out because, unfortunately, the cavalry has arrived, and a vengeance will be served. And final round of regulation. It's a map victory or it's overtime right now. And if you're Lumen, you're probably kicking yourself. You've had the money, you've had these guns every round, and you really don't want to blow a 4th map point.
Just a crossfire from Ghost Gaming. They've been very, very slow to rotate this time around, and the opening picks not going the way of Lumen now. Just a bit interesting. This is the last time They can all force into this, get all the utility that they need, and the op is coming out for Emily. We saw it a little bit ago. She did get overrun by the tease, so she has not bought it since then. Let's see what she does with that. Looks like maybe a mid pick for that. We're gonna hold something on over towards A site. Smoke's out, gonna disallow that for now. Lumen, they are playing business as usual. Gonna slow it down just a little bit, just to throw a little bit more utility towards the C players, keep them interested. Clearing out the usual spots that they love to play over towards top banana. Scrap gonna spot just one player here. Oh, what a nade.
That grenade, yeah.
Nom nom nom.
There's another one that's going to stop them even looking at pushing Mirror. Now, they've not really had the opportunity to take a whole lot of map control. Ghost have been very passive, but these deep smokes have stopped them finding themselves with too much of a problem on their hands. Now, Sakura wanted to peek out that. A Molotov in the face is going to tell her absolutely not, and the rest of the team is going to arrive. But look how far they push up over towards B, just trying to sow the seeds of doubt.
Keeping them questioning, trying to get them to rotate around, or at least only have 3 players here over on this A site to really have to deal with. I mean, 30 seconds left. They have to do something, and having an op on the site that they're about to go execute on could be difficult for them. Molly out towards pit. Ooh, near and high flash. Oh, okay, the trade comes through, but the trades are going back and forth. 1 player left here. Emily over towards bookstore. Is this bookstore or library now? Or wine? Either way, she's over there. Interesting.
Oh, that's right. She's here. And the rest of the team, it's now or never. They can't afford not to. And they swarm this site. They dogpile from all sides. But the issue is, Lumen, they're just going to bunker up, curl up even tighter. And this defensive coil, can they spring it? Bezdaria fully flashed. Olia looking to try help out, but actually all she has to do is tuck on in, and the team is falling apart. 7licious, it needs to be one hell of a clutch. There's a kit, but time not on her side, and it's Olia jumps on up and takes her out of the round and takes them towards their first map.
They take their opponent's map as well. They were not expecting to go over to Inferno. Incredible work from Lumen and Ghost gaming through and through, going all 20. Difficult map to play if you don't have everything in store, have all of your nades in a line, trying to deny B lane control by all the T's. You have to keep your cave control. It is rough when you're a CT and you don't know exactly what you're doing there. So I'm worried here for Ghosts. They really have to show up right out of the park. Something special, something magical here, and you know what? We already have Julies in hand.
We do. This is only the 5th ever time that this map has been played this season in North America, so it's certainly going to be an interesting one. Mirror first on up is going to be taken down by Bezdaria, and they know that there's a second in Banana. And unfortunately, the pressure they were hoping to apply from mid goes down, and actually they keep on fighting, keep on drawing them in, and they take them down one by one. And it's quick, it's snappy, and they let them get the site, but they will get no more than that.
You know what? That's what I needed. That's what Ghost needed. That is something to start this map off on a good note. You're feeling good about yourself. You're able to shut them down with only 1 player dying in a pistol round, and they're gonna force into this. Well, force into this. They're gonna buy into this after that win. Utility. Couple of rifles and MP9s. Lumen just buying a smoke and a decoy. And you know what? I'm interested in seeing where this is gonna go.
We've seen a lot of decoys from North America this season.
Yeah.
It's usually Sunny that's the one wielding them. However, Sakura this time, here it is. Decoy just to throw them off a little bit. Oh, does it clear the smoke? Okay, well, Mirror, there's one. Emily jumps out and finds 2 of her own, and suddenly everything has gone from bad to worse. Sakura, there's no buy on them. There's no investment to worry about. And actually, back, ding, they go and finds a little bit more damage. And Emily, lucky to be alive, but what a stand.
What a stand there. Sakura still not gonna go down without a fight. Always gotta show a little bit of gravitas, even just with a pistol there. Not gonna let Ghost Gaming get too comfortable here.
No, not allowing them anything. Smoke goes out early to try stop anybody pushing ramp as they themselves get towards the site. And it's straight down mid that we head here and into Donut. Goes Mira and Piggy, Kiki, Sakura, usually the one pushing Cheetah, finds so much impact, but this time they are accounting for it. Take her on down nice and swiftly.
Nice indeed. Scruff very, very close to the spread room smoke. And Mira's not able to find this that quickly. A little bit of damage. She tries to fall back. Molly is going to help her out from her teammates. And I don't know if they know how many players crosshairs that Lumen are going to walk into if they keep going down that red room route. Red room route. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Kiki about to get tested here in Donut. She's good for the one, not the second. Gets traded out easy peasy. Now, no smoke to deny a safe plant, but if you just shoot and kill them, could be easy.
It would. Now, running onto site, trying to get this plant down. Maybe a little bit of spam through the box from Seven Licious, but they're just going to let it happen. Mira already through Cave, and Mira wants to try taking advanced donut position, and the two of them are going to swing this. There's the first fight, and they go 1-for-1. Emily's still going, but the issue is they've all been distracted. And then from behind, taken down. And yes, it's a bomb plant, and they've recovered 2 weapons and taken their time to get on the defuse just to make sure they've skipped up any leftover utility they can find. And Mira, a little bit of a spray for good luck as well.
A little bit of a heart.
Very sweet. That's the first buy round.
I got the urge to meow for some reason.
Was it the heart or?
I don't know. The heart, I was like, meow in my head.
It's sweet.
Interesting, right?
We've got some, interesting stories. It was earlier in the season when Empathy joined to do the post-game interview and had a Discord soundboard noise for when she joined a channel, and it meowed, and I didn't know what to do. I was stun-locked.
Meow. Meow. Newt's telling me to let it out. Meow. Lumen trying to purr quietly onto the site. Oh.
Claw away some map control.
Oh, a flash. This is going to disrupt Emily off the angle. Bit of distance. But Seven Licious Piki able to crossfire there in Cave. They're just running them down. The plant is secured. Bezdaria, no way to be able to keep this down or win that with all the players around here. Emily choosing not to pick up the Tech 9. She wants to keep that P250.
I guess you could say that retake had some claws on it.
Meow.
That they made Lumen hit pause?
Okay. Something
I can
interesting.
keep going. Someone has to stop me.
Here, I'll stop you. Something interesting that's happening on the second map of the Supernova Comments and Nouns FE game. They are on Mirage here. The scoreline, 7-6.
Oh.
Nouns winning.
That's a little bit scary because that is
that.
One of the highest scorelines that a team has ever had versus Supernova Comets, and if they're winning as well, tricky waters, but still time for them. Now, talking about time, Emily has to get herself on the clock and into the site. Mira is spraying, gets one, and the backup, but unfortunately is going to be taken down by Kira. Sakura now jumping on up, has a lovely little off angle here, but needs some more, needs Olia to help her out here. Kira trying to smoke off, make sure that she's not flanked, but the issue is they're not even going to ease up here. They are pushing, and they have taken so much space beyond the map that Lumen, they managed to get back on. They can see the bomb, but they can't find a way to safely get onto the defuse.
Oh, they're still going in. They're still going for this. The flash out. Soccer good for the spray down now for a second. Ellie with an op. All down to her, and there's no way to defuse this. Wants to get the gun out of Sakura's hand.
She does, yep.
Yep. That's kind of a, not an ego, but a confidence play there. Wanted to at least not let them pick up that op. At least not be able to save that away from Ghost Gaming. You have to rebuy your AK this round. How does that feel, Lumen?
Hurts. Hurts, man.
Hurts. Not great.
But talking of ancient and of course nouns, as you said, the Supernova Comets game. Ghost Gaming have only played this map once. It was against nouns. Ghost actually picked it against nouns and lost, unfortunately, 9-13. So the track record this season hasn't been incredible. But it's a chance to change the tune. They've lost one round, but can they immediately take this back? They run low on utility already, but look, they've already pushed all the way through Cheetah. But Kira found a little bit of a pocket under the smoke. The Flash is going to blind herself more. She tucks into the cubby here, and Ellie is going to be caught potentially off guard by how soon they are peeking. Two heads pop out, and both of them fall. Sevenlicious on ramp is going to find one, but has to fall back, knowing how quickly she could get dogpiled here. However, they pull back a sec, they slow down, and they head through mid instead, under the space that Olia has taken.
Oh, she holds a lot of cards in her hand here. Hard, Emily walking away, able to find at least one kill on a rotator, but Sevenlicious could, with it, sharp shooting here, with the M4 in her hands. And Emily could be able to disrupt a lot here with an op peeking out. Oh my god, what a shot from Scraft. Sevenlicious needs to get an ace here to win this round, and save may just come through. Maybe gonna be able to pick up an AK as well. Yep, there she goes.
Firing off the bullet, though, to give away her location is going to make that save so much harder, because there's a very real chance that Scruff goes hunting for this. They've not got a whole lot of bank in the back pocket, so they're not going to overcommit to this. I say as they are very much eager to have a look.
Oh my gosh, she's very close to Scraft right now.
Terrorists win.
Should be
It's a standoff. It's a standoff.
A little bit closer than you'd like, but everyone walks away happy. Everyone walks away with weapons in hand as well, more importantly for Ghost Gaming. Because that is going to be about all they have coming into this. Maybe we see a little bit of utility around it to get a hero play, but it turns out it's just going to be, I think, head armor and a smoke. And a P250 for Piggy Kiki, so not much to go on here, and they are going to need to make this AK sing.
Make it sing. Mirror getting up close and personal here in A main. Could get very much overwhelmed, but also a cheeky little kill. Could be nice. It's going to dink, but that's two down and one left here in A main just to bolster it. Sevenlicious left alone with the AK once again. And could do just a bit of damage on over to Lumen if she's able to find Sakura here, but Sakura has been insanely good with her shots recently. Oh, JK, I lied, I guess. Sevenlicious able to find the shot in the dark, able to find a second one. Okay.
Surely they don't invest more in this. Surely you don't give away any more weapons.
No, they're sticking by sight. They're afraid of her going over towards A, just with how good she might be feeling. That confidence could be like, you know what, maybe I should go for this, but no, taking the smart route and sticking on over towards that B site.
I love the Molotov on the bomb just for good measure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Sevenlicious still on the server after you've hit two shots like that. I'd be scared. Anyone sane would be scared.
Terrorists win.
Did she get damage from there as well? Oof. But here we go, another round, and this is an important one for Ghost here, because they're going to finally be able to buy, and we really want to see them find even a little bit more in this, because otherwise that lead that they've established is going to dissipate. A timeout being called. Now, they burned through their timeouts really quickly over on Inferno, and maybe towards the end would have liked to have called one more, but didn't have any more to use. Whereas Lumen, they have not been willing to give Ghost any more chances to speak than are necessary. And I'm going to chat about what comes next, what the long-term plan is, because their finances, a little bit of a mess. They've lost momentum, and Lumen just sort of running it down at the moment.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to update from the game. That's on the other stream as well. 8-9 now. Noun still leading. No, I think Noun's at 8 at this point. Supernova Goblin's able to find 9. Very close. And Violet is 21-9 right now.
Ooh, okay.
Insane.
Going straight in towards mid. Mirror juggling the angle there. Flashed off. That's going to be the call for her to throw her utility just to make sure that she can recover, get her sight and hearing back before anybody tries to push her, but actually falls off a bit here. Now it's Ellie that's going to be the next up to the chopping block.
She's really the only person this close with the T's right now. Ghost Gaming taking a very, very far back approach right now. Still coming out. They could hear the gun sounds. Maybe saw the slip of an arm by Kiki, but that Molly's going to give a lot of information. Bizarre able to find the kill. Trade as well. Ellie is going to clear out that red room player, but the bomb is planted. Ghosts need to retake this. 3 kits on them. Bizarria flash into CT. Nice one just to get that first kill. 2 players left, and gotta be sure if you're able to find these kills. The reload comes in, and Scraft wants to aggress this. She wants to get this player out. She does. All down to Emily. Just an op versus 2, and she needs to save this. Too much money invested in her pocket.
A kit, head armor, and the AWP. Very important. And Lumen just too far away. They are definitely on edge in case they run into her. And actually, if Emily chooses to push too much further, because that W key from Kira is putting in work. Actually, he's going to hit the footsteps. No, okay. Whew.
Okay. They're getting so close to getting
They're
like
making
an
us sweat,
exit.
yeah.
They are. They really are. Here with a very valiant effort, just unfortunately with the M4A1S.
Time out.
They are taking a lot of them tonight. I like this. They need the extra time. Maybe during the last round ending when they were buying, just did not have enough to speak about, did not have enough time to go over their game plan, because Lumen, they have very easily made this a tie game.
Yeah, XP3, yeah, a lot to say today, especially on a map that we don't really see them on a whole lot, so probably some words of wisdom hopefully to instill, or maybe just the confidence, just to get their heads back in the game early, potentially. But yeah, Lumen, this is a map, so much to talk to them about. Sakura is usually this player on the T side that you see pushing straight in towards Cheetah to eliminate so much pressure. It hasn't even been her that has been the difference maker just yet. And the fact that she's not been having that crazy stand-out performance and they're still taking rounds like this, that's gotta be worrying. Scruff straight up mid. She knows this is her home turf, and she knows that Ghost, they don't really play mid, they don't even particularly look. Maybe they hang somebody in red room just to stop any rotates, but Lumen, nope, they like to cut straight through the middle of this map, and then suddenly, left or right, fork in the road, and they can decide wherever they want to go, and Sevenlicious has missed the timing on nigh on all of those players.
Oh!
Okay.
My God. Okay. Get a double D, get a double 1D, a Molly just to keep her at bay, just to allow them to maybe get the bomb planted here, but Mira on fire here. Nice one, and Emily able to find another one with the pistol, not even needing to pull out the op. The pressure is on, and Ghost is not going down without a fight. They want to get this retake. They have a kit available, and a third 1D from Mira. Now, their jimmies are wrestled, and Ghost to find their 5th.
It's the fact that Mira gets 2. I don't even know if if it was a collat or if it was just 2 back to back. The rare inspector finish off that, the flourish on top. Mira putting on a performance for us today. And we said quieter on Inferno, but was Arcadia player to watch at this match? We'd highlighted her specifically and for this exact reason. Yeah. And her 5th round that they had no business with. I don't know what was said during that timeout. But here we go. Oh, look at it. It's so smooth.
It was very Cat versus Wonderful on Mirage.
Yeah.
From like January. That's what it reminds me of. Just like, yep, I'm just gonna dig you and you have nothing to say to it, nothing to answer. And I'm also gonna get a 3rd.
Ooh, they are on the other sides of the wall and spray through the smoke. Neither of them can see, but they're chipping away with the damage. Now Peggy Kiki waiting, knows that they like to hang out here. They like to take this space, and it's Kira jumps around the corner, and suddenly they've got a whole weakness. Only 7licious on this side. They know she likes to play slightly further back. The smoke to come on out. Are they just going to push it anyway? They do, and it's up close with the AK. Wasn't expecting the second to jump through, but still adjusts and gets the kill. And Sakura, in the meantime, has managed to work her way. Unfortunately, 2 of her teammates go down for her to take the space to get that bomb down, but can she avenge them? Can she make their sacrifices worth it? HE goes deep and it's more damage, but it's not as much as it could have been. And now Emily has to fight around this corner, and Scraff, that's the important kill. Mira needed that backstab to help out Emily, to push her forward into a favorable fight here. And now they've missed the timings on each other, but Scraff going around the corner knows that she was here.
Oh my gosh.
No, she doesn't. Sprays down one.
Molly out. Pistol out. Flash is gonna do her harm, and maybe with a kit she's able to find this. She is! Oh my god. 2 incredible CT rounds in a row here from Ghost Gaming. Incredible from Emily. Picking up that sidearm, bringing it out. She doesn't even need the op.
Flabbergasted. That is the only word that comes to mind right now. And it's a matter of seconds, and I thought they'd had it. The fact that Mira goes down at the back there. Mira was that all-important second pincer to the attack to allow Emily to push forward, to make sure that she wasn't flanked. And Mira goes down, and they just miss the timing, but Lumen, it's fast and pacey to try get back into this. Kira gets one, but Sakura dies to the flames, and Kira's low HP herself. Bomb goes down, the Molotov not quite in time to stop it, and already hanging about in the smoke. They want to get cheeky with it. Jumps out, but Kira taken down. They are not going to let them get away with daylight robbery here. And Olia in the smoke manages to pass through both of them. Can hear all of the chaos. Takes down Emily. Unfortunately, running out of points, finds a second. Switches to the sidearm, but it's Ellie. Clean headshot, and for a second, it looked almost like a repeat of the last round. However, Ghost back under control. And nobody is catching a break. Not the players, not us, not you guys watching. It is all out all day going into this final round of the half.
I think we need more jumpy MAC-10s here on this site. Kind of hard to peek into an M4 when you just have a Tech 9, but did get the attention off of Olia just to grant her those few kills. Now and Zephy are winning right now against Supernova Comets BT Dubs, 11-9. Oh!
Crazy game and crazy kills as the trade from beyond the grave, and so much team damage from Olia is going to take Bezdaria down. When Ellie comes round, the HE does a lot of damage and could have been a second kill if not only that A1S had managed to find the kill quickly and the back away. You can see a world where it got even more chaotic, and here we are. They managed to crawl through, and Piggy Kiki's just missed spotting them, but actually heads down towards spawn. They vacated site and given an opening. Now Mira's not far behind and can rotate quickly, but Scraft is going to push on up, but they're not even going to use this as an opportunity to plant. They want to head over towards B. Maybe? No?
Nice smoke down. First game ender. Molly towards ramp, and I mean, they have the site here.
Just missed the timing on Piggy again.
Yeah. Know where Emily is. Just gonna beat the Molly, gonna be up close and personal with her. The shots are just raining near her, and the smoke's gonna clear. Oh, probably saw an arm. Can hear her walking around. The AK's gonna win this scrap now. Can hear them coming up B ramp, finding the first and the second. That's the half. We'll be right back after a quick break.
2 a.m. in the morning, and your anxiety's calling. You lay in your bed, but it feels like you're falling. Do you recognize that feeling? The demons under your ceiling, when everything hurts and nothing is healing. Yeah, I don't even wanna be awake, 'cause every second that I live is like a wasting. Can you help me start to replace all the memories that stand in my ways? You know what I really hate the most is that happens to me is like a ghost. It's so far away. I only wanna be okay. Tell me, why should I stay away? If only dreaming sleep, but I just can't seem to set my mind at ease. I can find an escape. There are many doors I would take, but I can't make one of them become a way. So I'm drowning myself in the media, cause I don't wanna face what I'm fearing, yeah. I am scared of fighting this alone. I've tried to turn on the light, but my demons know how to hide. Lately there is just no end in sight. Tell me, why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me, why should I waste another minute staying in this critical phase? I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. Some better days. Some better days. I'm just praying for some better days.
Still see things in my apartment. Really places where your heart went. Traces of the night got me thinking maybe you love me, but that's just how it started. Worn things and problems that I don't need. Your toothpaste, your cigarettes, and heart sleep. Taught me to whisper when I'm sleeping, saying you love me, but that was just a daydream. Hearts on fire. Tomorrow we will rise.
Welcome back. We are joining into a 7-5 half. Ghost Gaming looking very fiery on their CT side. Let's see if they have it. They have it in the bag to win on their T side, but that first kill coming through from Vesdaria. Ghost Gaming, they are trying to wrap through Red Room right now, but they're smoked off.
That they are. And that means they have to backtrack a little bit, but they've got the space to do so. Lumen, they're heading over towards A. They've called this, they've read this, and so it is going to be all out all day.
Oh, okay, that's a quick one from Emily, just to alleviate some of the pressure over on this A site, but very quickly in. CTs have already rotated. They can see where they're at, and crossfires are good. Not gonna be able to get the bomb planted quite yet. The dualies are singing out, all down to 7licious, and I don't think they've even seen her quite yet. The smoke goes out for Donut. See if they are watching CT. Could be able to get a cheeky kill here. Olia's on the prowl.
Dive into cave, knows that there's every chance she could be peeked from there as well. Can't even worry about if someone's flanking her, just has to go forward, push on towards the site. Taps away, isn't going to find anything. Damage done here, and actually starting to make them a little uncomfy, but at some point the bullets are going to run thin, and so is her HP. And Sakura, you could tell they're getting happy with that one. They really needed that pistol, because now is the perfect chance to close up that gap. The fact that they deny the bomb plant as well gives them even more advantage coming into this.
Absolutely. They're not even investing into this that much. Just a smoke. Gonna see what damage they can do to Lumen. Their CT side. Don't want them to make a bank here, but through the flame, Scrap able to spot a couple heads here. Famas looking to make some noise. Very up close and personal. MP9 is able to find 2 and very quickly traded out. Kira's gonna make it 3. Okay, wait. Okay. A little bit of a ghost. A ghost is in A main trying to plant the bomb.
It's a ghost in the system, and they are not gonna let that happen. Not today. No, sir. Now, they will be able to buy into this. It's not going to be spectacular. It's going to be a lot of Galils, but they have gone heavily into the utility instead. And now we're going to get to see, I say it's going to be pretty even here. It's a bonus round for Lumen, but it's pretty even on the buys compared to what Ghost are wielding themselves. Sakura straight up towards Cheetah. This is where she thrives. She's got help with her teammate, but that means they're both going to go down and suddenly be open for the taking, or so they think. Olia is here, and Scruff's making her way over that smoke, keeping Piggy Kiki out of the conversation and giving her the chance to get on over and help her teammate out, and that is exactly what is going to happen. Gets a second, and so you can tell Piggy Kiki running back to try and trade, try and find a bit of a consolation kill here, but she's going to be met with an HE, and it hurts to see an Emily now has crawled up back through ramp, trying to find something. Scruff just about misses her, but so does Emilite. And now they head through middle. I'm assuming they're going to head over towards A, knowing that B seems pretty shut and closed for business.
Yeah, Lumen, they're already pushing this, though. Heard the flash over in mid. Time to make some use of this space in the map that they have control of. Ghost very slowly gonna be cleaning out this A site. AK picked up for some of the players on Lumen. Bomb gets planted, and now they just have to fortify. Wait for them to peek into it. First kill coming through for Lumen. Now it's all down to Emily in the clutch. A flash over for both of them. Finds the first headshot, and oh, it's a little messy, but she finds the second. Scrap left alone. Does have a kit. Does have time to play with this, but a nade could come out and destroy this all the way down to 18. She's her head. A little bit of some damage. She's going up to contest this. Wants to get that kill, and it's going to give Ghost the round win.
It's
clutch.
Such a great play from Emily there as well, because not only does she get the first two, the damage with the nade just to either chip away, make her life easier, but it's the fact that she pulls back, right? It's the fact that instead of going for that fight, even though that she knows that HP's probably got them to really low HP, because the further you can draw them back, it means that that's a couple of precious seconds that you have that they will have to run back to the bomb to try and defuse, right? So if you try put that space, it means you can hear the footsteps as they chase you potentially. It also means that you draw them away from the main objective and the win condition of the round. And it's really nicely done. And actually, even though it's a good round win, it's a nice little clutch. They're calling a timeout, their final here, and considering we're only, halfway through what could be the map, we went all of regulation last time, they are now out of timeouts if they need to call any later down the line.
Update on the other match. Supernova Commons is able to close it out against Nouns, but it went 13 and 11. That is the highest match or round differential that I think has been against Supernova Commons this entire season.
It certainly has. I think maybe another team took them to all of regulation, but it's technically first either way.
Yeah, it's
tight.
tight.
It's great to see. So close on Nouns there, and you've got to be happy with yourself. You've got to commend yourself. It's such a great series. Now, they've got to have a good series themselves. A reverse sweep needed to come back into this. Bezdaria got a little bit on the edge of the Molotov. Sees so many heads, manages to get one, and Olia finds a second, and that's really going to take the spring out of their step here. The smoke to cover Donut, and Sevenlish is running through halls to try and join them. The issue is they've got to try deal with Donut, and once that smoke fades, they've got nothing really to cover it once again.
Sevenlish is in a great spot to help her out. Sakura, nice 5-7 kill, but the AKs for Emily doing so much damage. They're almost lining up for her. Scrap left in a 1v1, and the AK wins it. Ghost by 9. Just all together, trying their best. If they just had a little bit more there, like an M4, A4, something, I feel like we would be seeing something a little bit different. Just the FAMAS not as strong against the AKs there on site. And Sevelish is in a very, very prime position to help disrupt that with all the damage being shown on over.
I think it's also important to note that none of these rounds have been clean for either team. That every round has been coming down to these clutches due to a matter of just one or two players on each side. And that's what we want to see, and that's what we're going to need to see coming out from both sides, is that resilience to just cling on in what can be sometimes the most dire of situations. But Lovely that Sevenlicious. I was a little bit worried about the late to come in through halls, but actually the
Yeah.
fact that she sat down and so far back that they don't know where she is and she can pop out last second, it gives her the element of surprise and gives them the drop. And just that little bit of an edge that they need to cross the finish line of that round. And Mira, this time, she's not going for mid. She's now trying to play pools instead. There's the first, backs away, not wanting to be greedy, drawing them into the fight with her. But it's not just her, it's Emily as well. And Lumen down to 2 players alone. And considering you've taken down 3, you're probably assuming that the other 2 are over on B. So you call everyone over just to reinforce your A hit.
Terrorists
Oh, the nade. Ouch.
Right on the head.
You never want to die flipping backwards.
No.
No.
I mean, you never want to die in general, but, you know,
No,
it's
yeah,
not
fair.
always an option. And we highlighted the utility a lot last game. Inferno especially is very utility heavy over towards Banana. But this has been another case of just how much util damage has been done. Chipping away with the H's. The Molotovs have found spectacular kills as well.
Absolutely. Been a lot of utility damage. Just like that, Olia down to 26 there. All the mid utility that Ghost Gaming have been setting up in mid. That is rough, and they forced into FAMAS's this round. Didn't want to save or have buy into the next. Want to keep Ghost away from that 11 number. Playing this back, playing this safe. Olia with a lot of damage down early. They want to just keep the numbers up. Want to give them a little bit of a chance in a retake. A nice smoke just to slow them down, and they have to force through this red room smoke here. Gonna be Mir to do it, or at least sit next to it. Oh, she's gonna make some money here if she gets timing, and she does. Scrap able to find that. That's a good equalizer. That is all of mid for Lumen, all of A site. Now they know exactly where Ghost Gaming have their sights set to, and it's gonna be B. Oh my gosh, the FAMASs are doing a lot of damage here, but that's a nice one tap through the smoke and nade to do a lot of damage on the Ellie. This retake's still on here, Affinity.
It is, and it's all one-dimensional. Sakura jumps on up, pokes her head up, but it's a one-for-one trade, and Ellie taken down. They know where the last is, so they can call over Emily on ramp, and this is going to be a difficult fight for Olia, because even when she peeks this, she has to go for that defuse. She has to cross past Emily, and Emily's just tucking in, not willing to give her the fight, not willing to give her the time of day, trying to bait this shot on out. Does indeed, but the wide swing secures them an 11th, and it's looking strong. I'm liking Ghost is definitely activated over this half as well, and that's what you need to have, especially when you know that there's a reverse sweep in terms of the overall series that is needed. And I'm here for it, but on the side of Lumen, it's a difficult one. They're playing a little bit differently to how we usually see them on this.
Yeah, they're not
and
being
again,
aggressive in cave at all.
Exactly, and we do usually see that, especially earlier over towards Donut. We've just not been having that, and we've not had them have the finances to get the AWPs out as well. So once again, we've gone 20 rounds of a map twice in a row now without ever seeing the big green.
Ghost Gaming not giving them any information, just a little bit of utility in mid. Waiting for a Lumen push somewhere, knowing that they have to be on an eco if they're doing their money counting correct here. Very quickly, the call to push Donut is coming through. The 5-7 long range. These 1 kill for Emmy. Lots of damage onto her. Olia's going to be able to be the one to take that fight and win. On the other side, Mir is able to catch the A main aggressor, or the shelf aggressor, and a second.
It's a bit of a tongue twister, yeah.
Sometimes I have a little bit of a lisp, all right? Let's talk about it.
But there's nothing really more to be done here. Sakura finds the pick, but They are so worried about how many more are here. Their actual worry should be on the side of Ghost and how far most of them are from this site, because it's not planted for 7licious, and if they'd hopped onto that bomb and they'd dealt with them elite, then it could have been a little bit of a sneaky defuse in the midst of all of this, but no, just desperately holding on to this AK, knowing that once they have the money, it's not really worth the risk. And map point has been hit here. And we gonna see the... Oh, no, we are not.
I mean, she has the money for it, but she doesn't want to gamble with it just quite yet. She has an AK in her hands. Wants to at least get a little bit more comfortable in here. It's not it's do or die. It's not, let's see if this works. It's do or die. They need to get this round if they want to stay in the game, obviously.
Daria needs at least one, preferably two here, given where everyone else on the map is, and spots the back of one, finds the kill, but it is just one and done, and earlier now on her own. There's a smoke, but whether this is respected is another matter. But Ghost, they know that they are so close, they can taste it. The flash, the smoke to go over the top, and 7licious is holding. She likes to play further back here, but might get timing. She does get one, and it's almost a second, but now they know that there's only one on that site. They can focus their attentions, but it's a long sprint over. The Ghost, they still haven't managed to get onto site. Emily, another one before she goes down, and all they're doing is just trying to buy enough time to pass the torch on, but the difficulty is that smoke goes out, blocks off the line of sight. They have to push through cave, and Ellie is already waiting for them. And now Scraft, now trying to move forward, has a kit, has a Molotov, spots the jump, but now has alerted both players to her whereabouts. The flash is so good, but they're not going to peek her off the back of it, making her make the mistake. Caught with utility out. It's still not the end of her, and they're dancing around. There's the first. The Molotov might cut Emily off, and might be able to hop on the defuse, and Emily gets scared, has to push through this, through the fire, tapping away, and here it is. It comes down to it, and there's the 13th. It's close, but Emily, another clutch, played and read to perfection, but you've got to commend the final stand there.
The final stand, Emily, with that little bit of running towards Scrapped at the end, making her nervous, getting her off the D and 2. One of them is going to make it 3 and 3, and the other one's going to make it 4 and 2 tonight, bringing them up a little bit on the standings, bringing them a little bit closer to possibly going to Dallas, depending on how all the matches go next week. But Affinity, we're here. It's time for Anubis, and it's been a little while since we've been here, I would say.
It has indeed. Black Mold and Ghost Gaming played this last week, but other than that, there's been a huge chunk in time. There's a gap in the resumes, and now they have a chance to fill that. And it's going to be slowly through mid for Lumen, but it's going to be quick through main for Ghost, and they can wrap here. And Emily, if she can find a pick, if she can do anything to slow them down, is going to be incredible. But straight away through towards A they go, and now Picky Kiki is in main, desperately fighting, toying with her food, but Scraft goes down. Daria trades, and that bomb very swiftly planted, but the retake hot on their heels. Daria is peeking out, gets one, is awarded the fight on both, but only good for one. 7licious now trying to fight her way back into this, but actually now sight has been lost. They've just hopped on the defuse, and they might not be able to cover in time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, a split second in it. You could see the attempt, but yeah, chasing down Ghosts in main, they get too focused and lose track of the bomb.
I mean, definitely smart to double push that A main, but would have been a lot better if you had at least one person over on site. It's not completely adding up. Ghost Gaming, though, look at this. They have the money. It's time for the rifles to come out in style, but just like that, anything can go wrong. Deco. It's a Deco here. And that's the first kill coming through from Olia. Kiki about to get overrun, but she's able to get the kill. 2 kills in canals. That is huge. It's a lot of space taken away from Lumen just at the first part of this map.
It is, and it means that none of those weapons get picked up, and that they have the player advantage once again, can breathe a huge sigh of relief now. Scraft looking to head through mid, has the backup of Olia, the double peek here. There's a tag, and it's going to make them nervous, and Emily, actually, the duck back is good. She's not going to get caught off guard by them being closer than they thought, but here's the issue. Spam down, turns to try get Ellie, and Ellie's overrun as well. Back down to a 2v2, and Mira not going to let that stand. HE chasing up, they tagged up Olia, they know it. She has the bomb, and she's playing mind games with them as she heads all the way through spawn. She's got the time to head back through B, but considering they haven't heard anything, I think Mira is going to make the decision potentially to move over, but they still think maybe she's on site somewhere they haven't caught the timing on.
Oh, she could disrupt a lot here. It's going to be able to pick up a rifle as well. She has slipped the needle, slipped the crack. Thread the needle is what I'm looking for.
Thread the needle, slip the net.
Thread the needle, slip the net. Mira at least does have a kit here and a smoke. Nope, that's a flash. My eyes are deceiving me very quickly. Olia being very careful to clear out all these angles, and she may just be planting at the right exact spot for Mira to go in and find that kill.
And Mira sees the body fall and keeps on going as well, just to be safe. And it's a second round, definitely a lot dicier than they were expecting. As you said, the deco round is going to yield them a lot of money. It's going to yield them, it's going to keep Ghost Gaming humble. They have to rebuy weapons with money they don't really have. You can tell Julia is very happy with this as well. The mind games were getting the plan, everything that they could have really wanted in a situation that disadvantageous. And Ghost Gaming, they look to get really edgy with this. Straight down, Severlicious hops into the canals, is fully flashed, and actually Olia is going to take her down. Too busy focused on the future, should have been focusing on the present, but Ellie, there we go, 2k to rein it back in, and that seems to be the recurring theme at the moment. Lumen finding the opening picks, but Ghost, just a 2k from somebody stepping up, brings it right back down to 0.
Going to set their sights over towards this A hit. Mira, a very good spot to be able to slip the net. Pastaria able to find that kill in front of her. Ellie has already rotated in a nice dink in, but Kira able to hold it down over in mid. Now Emily has to deal with this. Oh, does she see her? Oh, able to back up away. It's labored, but the kill is there.
It is, yeah, just back off here, surely save.
You know, something I want to point out here. So obviously we've seen Emily play here in Impact for a very, very long time. And during that time on Karma, Olia was with her and they played a lot of Anubis together. And one of Olia's big jobs was pushing canals with an MP9 and disrupting anyone at T-step. So her getting that kill is her recognizing her past job, being like, yeah, here, I'm not gonna let you do anything there. You can't do anything. I'm gonna get this kill and the bomb plant and our first round win.
Yeah, and we do see a lot coming out from Lumen still in much a similar way, is that somebody will throw an early smoke into canals, allowing Olia to just take full control, really. Isn't challenged at all, so suddenly they have this whole chunk of the map. It does get a little bit weird when, you know, Sevenlicious jumps through heaven and drops down, but they've had a handle on it so far. And Mira, usually that dominant force in mid is going to be so once again this time, but playing very passively is going to miss both of the players, we said, pushing through and taking that Nell's control. They are just on pistols here. Piggy Kiki's found an opening with that one single hero rifle, and they are playing with Scraft. It's getting a bit messy, and there's a second headshot and no kills to show for it. We talked about Canal's connector control. They've got it, but they're pushing onto a fully stacked site. Still, what can you do? Emily's gonna feed you one. Piggy Kiki's low HP. Not Piggy Kiki, sorry, Sevenlicious, but a Molotov for the fight, forces her out, stands in the flames, and there's another one, and the rest of the time, Ghosts have been moving towards this site to reinforce. They've managed to hold them off and stop this plant, and...
Mira, she's pushing mid. Now, all angles are getting abused here by Ghost, but Mirror very quickly taken care of. 40 seconds left on the clock, and you know what? Time to rotate, but Sakura is going to wait here just a little bit. Can hear that they're running towards her. Oya has to settle this now.
25 seconds.
25 seconds, and the bomb is down. They have no eyes on it. There's no way that she's able to pick that up and go to a site. Oh, no, she does have the bomb.
She has it,
Why did I think they switched?
It's very lucky for her, yeah. I mean, the fact that caught us, bamboozled us as well, means that they will have bamboozled Ghost, and there's the smoke to cover them. It's a bit of a long rotate coming through. Low HP, but Sevenlicious has picked up another weapon, and they've both got kits here. 2 flashes on hand. So many angles to clear, so much to do, and Olia is going to be able to hear the footsteps because they're not exactly being quiet about it. There's the first flash out. Sevenlicious low HP going to poke on out, but there it is. The two of them, they swing together. The quick swivel round to find the kill, and the defuse comes on through, but it is a lovely close to the round for Lumen, getting the bomb down and whittling away so much health. It means the Ghost, they're not going to be able to sit comfortable at all.
Oh, damn. Still keeping 2 AKs, though. That is huge. But he did so much work on this B site this round, able to get a 3K and keep them at bay for just a little bit.
I loved what Sakura did with the silent jump up onto the boxes to try and catch the rotate through connector. But the fact that it's called from Ghost, it ruined some days, but I loved the plan, and sometimes you gotta take the silver linings, you know?
Gotta do what you gotta do. Fast into mid, Mirror blinded off the angle, and that's a nice kill. That's an opener. That is a way for you to go and choose your site. Smoke off for Temple. Molly out from Emily just to keep them at bay for just a little bit while they go and fight somewhere else. Take space somewhere else in the map. As Daria here, nice flash out. They're both blinded, but the kill goes for Ellie and Emily.
Ellie and Emily, double E's.
Elite.
Elite? They are elite.
Elite.
Kira, ooh, that would have been a really nice kill to find, but the two of them in connector actually being held at bay, but that Molotov is doing damage, and it does mean they can chip away, but Julia has the bomb, has the ability to stop anybody in connector, and once again, slippery as an eel through the middle of the map. Is Emily gonna be wary of this? I think she's sensed it, and she's adjusting, but the issue is, Olia backing around on herself. Everyone just second-guessing each other. That's a bit of a timing to work with, but I don't know if they realize how close Ellie is. Has to go for the peak. Clears out immediate connector, but time is running low. Pushes further just to make sure there is that buffer, but now that's given Emily, the time to push forward, find the pick. And it's well done from Olia. I like the idea just to clear out connector fully and canals, but it's given Emily the time to find you.
Just can't do it all. It's hard to do it when you're 1v2 at that point. Just a lot of work being put onto Olia's shoulders right now, topping the board 7-4. This is not what we've really seen from Lumen in the past, especially on Anubis. Like, when they were playing against FlyQuest Red, they were going in, they were getting the entries, they were abusing A-main, they were abusing E-box, just putting FlyQuest on such an awkward spot to sit on, not even messing with mid as much as you really see T-side.
Yeah, it's
hurt. It's hurt. Ouch. Ouchie.
It definitely does feel a little ouchy. And Lumen, it feels like a team that sort of ebbed and flowed a lot between the weeks. So I'm hoping that this is not one of the troughs, that this is going to be given a couple of rounds away for the plot and then dazzle their way back into this. But whilst it's very much a messy buy from Ghost, it's up close with the MP9s. They're going to farm for 2, and there's Sevenlicious to save her bacon for the 3rd, and Piggy Kiki adds more to the tally. It's a 4K, and look at her rocking out there in the player cam.
You always got a boogie. Have a little bit of a fun time there. That's a nice little eco round. Ghost Gaming can farm up a lot of cash there. Not even gonna need to invest in anyone this next round. Might as well keep that MP9. It made you a lot of money last round. Could happen again this time. Lumen.
means-
Get the rifles.
It means that Emily might actually be able to get the AWP out this half. I don't think we saw it at all over in the first, so it'd be a nice change of pace. Now, here we are. We talked about that connector smoke to buy them the space to push up. Issue with 7licious providing a little bit of covering fire is going to give them food for thought. And then suddenly everything gets really messy. Look how many smokes are out on the map right now.
Way too many smokes. They have to start abusing these now. Lumen, they have been so respectful of them. And they've been waiting for them, and Ghost Gaming, just with that time that they're waiting, it just lets them get into an advantageous position. But if they're about to get pushed in with 4 players, with only 2 on the site, yeah, that's the rotate's gonna come in. 2 from Ghost already in CT, and close range, MP9, not gonna be doing a lot of damage. At least 1 granted for each for Ghost Gaming, but they're mullied off the angles. 3v3, bomb's gonna get planted.
That it is, and that whole setup, it rests on both 7licious and Piggy Kiki defending the other from the angle that they're holding. And the moment that Piggy Kiki goes down from main, 7licious is suddenly forced even deeper into connector, where she's met with a 2-on-1, and that's not a nice situation for her. But they've managed to smoke them out, keep them out this site. If they run down Sakura here in connector with that smoke still on main, you said that they need to start disrespecting the smokes, but Sakura's so much damage done. It's just Ellie left, and she has to back off here. I think they know it. They can't see the site, but they've not heard anything, and they might want to start backing away a little bit because they are in.
Oh,
They're not in dangerous range. Okay.
non-dangerous. The bomb radius. Can we fix that?
It's like a nice little indicator. You know, a little circle, little fade circle, just to show where the outer limit of death is. But yeah, this is. I love the site hold with the 2 of them, and it works very well if you've only got 2 on the site. But you're right, only having 2 there is a little bit of a problem, especially when they're being pushed so heavily and they don't have eyes on canals. And look at that, they're straight away, they're out main. They're not happy to sit on site anymore. And they fully push off site.
Oh my.
There. Yep, you saw it.
Need damage. Wow. So early in the round, they just need 1 bullet to take care of them. Just like that. B shut down for Lumen, at least in this round.
It's also been a shutdown of mid. Scraft has been so good at stopping Mira from doing her usual shenanigans there. And it means that they've got themselves the ability to cut off the rotate to go through the map, and it's meant that it's been very difficult for Ghost Gaming, but Ellie and Olia, they exchange a bit of a firefight. Mira stepping up, it's so much damage, but there's not a kill to be found, but is it enough for the rest of her team to come on over and sweep up the last couple of HP points? But smoked off, it's gonna wear off. And I think, actually, no, just choosing to save because their money is a little bit on Ellie, but it's not been in a position that they've actually been able to stabilize it. And once again, it seems like it's gonna be a half where we don't get to see those signature snipers come out for either side.
Emily had one this round, if I believe. No, 2 rounds ago. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. I think I saw it for a split second that she had bought one.
I don't think we've seen it get any kills if there was one. Because it's been very
correct.
flashy early on, but yeah, the orbs haven't had a chance to actually...
see?
So there is an orb, yeah. But we've
See,
just
I
not
thought
seen it
so.
used for anything. That's where it is. I think that's where my confusion is that the orb hasn't actually been able to...
Which,
You will
really, I think it is a conscious decision by both of these teams. Just using the rifles, because it's just so much easier to just go in full body pack rifle and get the trades a lot easier, because I feel like both of these teams have such similar play styles, especially on their CT side, that an op holding an angle is not going to work. You need to use it like a shotgun.
It's exactly what you're saying there is they are very sort of dynamic with how they play, especially we sort of pointed out first map was the mid-rounding, is the fluidity of the decision-making and the plan going into it. means that having the ability, having a weapon that makes it a lot harder to move around, you have less ability to peek in the same way. They're very much used for holding these angles, at least how both of these AWPers play. They're very much sit back, a little bit passive, and hold the same angle. So it makes it more difficult to change your plan as you go. And with these two teams having that dynamic level, and when they go up against another team that's as dynamic, it gets squared, doesn't it? It's two wrongs don't make a right. It just makes it so much harder for both of them. So the decision to maybe not use it because they're both very proficient without it, I think is great, because both of these AWPers, they can do it with the rifles, they can do it with the AWP. And it means that they are themselves adding to the ability to just go wherever the wind takes them.
The wind. I hear it calling.
Have you answered?
We haven't seen any shotguns yet. No Mag 7s, no Novas, no XMs, no sawed-offs.
No one ever uses the sword. The sawed-off is... We do not claim the sawed-off in the shotgun fandom. But you're right, I'd like to see it. I'd also like to see someone peek earlier here to see this AWP do something, and it's not quite a kill either. And now Kira, do they know that she's there? Maybe toying with it. Emily actually choosing to back away is going to be potentially the life-saving decision as they head over towards A. Yeah, there was a bit of aggression over towards main, but they sense that something's wrong. It's a little bit too forced, and that bomb actually is heading B, and they have vacated completely. And I guess on these pistols, the pack mentality takes over, but Kiki alone and so much to do, but we have seen her shine in these situations. But she herself is... Yeah, they're meeting up with the team. Is it going to be just a whole save early?
That would be a little silly. I would allow them to get an off into the next round if they do want a full save, 5v5. I feel like they're going to at least throw some bodies at this, something, maybe an E-box, at least do something. So they have 2 kits available. If they get an easy pick here, maybe on Scraft, excuse me. Oh, yeah. Oh, not working out too well this. Oh, that's one she's able to find. 2 players coming in through heaven, though. I don't know if anyone's really watching this. There is a smoke down just to hold them off. Could go for a ninja defuse, actually. Their face a little too close.
Yeah. Difficult. A little bit of team damage in the mix there as well, but a flawless round from Lumen. Albeit not a great buy to go against them, so... tough, tricky one there. I think the decision to rotate off was... When you saw and you heard the Molotov coming through and you still decided to pull away, but then they still go and hit this, right? So they all group up and they're on the wrong side. They hear the Molotov, they still bring Piggy Kiki back, right? And then they still decide to go for it and they lose everyone. It's a tough one. It may be a little bit of a fumble, but that's the thing is we're getting into the 3rd map. The nerves definitely starting to mount and probably the fatigue as well. Mira finally being allowed a bit of space to work with, but she's having to hide in the smokes here. Scraft gonna push up. It's very cheeky, and they just cross over each other. It's gonna be a matter of who sees who first, and I think Scraft definitely has the upper hand right now. Mira's backed away far enough and herself again.
Oh, getting tested over in B main. They're getting testy with that. Kira's gonna fall down. Ghost Gaming, they are playing with the pack, and it's working right now. Mira keeping control, but only for a little bit. Scraft with a nice headshot in response. Emily still on this angle trying to help them out. 2 players kind of looking towards this mid area, but Ellie could very easily get overwhelmed. Oh, but the push through mid! Scraft is doing incredibly well here. Is she gonna expect Emily around the corner? She hears the footsteps. She's able to find another kill on the other end. What is she doing in mid? It's like Mira is Scraft and Scraft is Mira.
It's looking in a mirror, but Ellie now stepping up to the plate. Only a missed shot, maybe just a warning. Ellie's gonna poke her head on out, but now is pincered in, and with Emily going down, that's it. That's the round. But I think something really interesting to look at here is just Scruff in mid. You mentioned it, is the fact that not only does she take down the first player, it's the fact that she cuts off all of the rotates, because instead of backing away, they choose to try fight through her. She holds so much attention for so much time, and even finds, 2 kills off the back of it to whittle down that attempt at a retake and the numbers even more. But the fact that they just can't get through it, all she has to do is stand there, and it stops the retake happening. It's a little bit maybe unnerving that the bomb doesn't go down for ages, so it's not really holding off the retake. It's just holding off the retake getting there early, but it's still lovely to see and just so impactful. And Daria, yep, that's the one.
She's at a spot. She can hear everyone walking around there, Kiki able to get a kill on the other side of the map, and she's still getting tested by these 5-7s, and look at that. 3v3 just with the 5-7s, and those are picked up AKs. Lumen, they have the sight, but they're not comfortable. Smoke just to help them. Okay, Sakura, easy peasy. Get the kill.
That's got to be it, surely. If you find that kill onto Sakura, then you have a little bit more of an in here. But the fact that Sevenlicious is... I'm assuming this is a save, because if you're going all the way around the world to try still hit this, it's not going to work. But assuming that she's on that AK, maybe... just
can't even pick it up.
Yeah.
Sevenlicious may be able to get a couple exits here. Okay, able to pick up the AK as well. We're gonna hear her coming around this corner. Free fires and gets that.
It's... There's lots of small little bits that are going into this, but Ghost, they really sort of lost their footing a bit here.
Yeah.
They're losing these opening picks, and they're letting, essentially, Scruff and Scruff alone control the whole of mid, which cuts off the rotates for them as well. This is, of course, an eco round, but the fact that they're going 2 for 1 on every single kill is difficult. And Lumen, they're just playing in these weird spots, and it's making it uncomfortable to push any site, any angle for Ghost, and I think maybe I'd like to see them play a little bit more passively here instead of going for these opening draws to sit on the site once again, very much like they did on Inferno. Because they're not winning the duels outright. Ooh. And there is case and point. Example 237 of Scruff just tearing it up in mid.
Oh, that's a smoke towards heaven. That's a smoke towards camera. Emily on site has a shotgun. No, had it wielded like, or had it wielded like a shotgun, and that's where the dominoes all falls. Sevenlicious left in a 1v4 just to tie this game up, and it's looking a little dire. She does have a molly, does have a smoke, does have a nade and a kit. It's gonna be hard to fight in through here. Lumen, they have almost completely evacuated the site. Kira giving a little bit of some noise just to keep them off the angle, but the trade comes through. 7 and 5 at the half, and we'll be right back after a quick break.
Still see things in my apartment. Reminisce the places where your heart went. Traces of life got me thinking maybe you and me, but that's just how it started. More things and problems that I don't need. Toothpaste, cigarettes, and heartbeat. Taught me to whisper when I'm sleeping, saying you love me, but that was just a daydream. Hot sun fall and hot sun wine. You were standing right in front of me. Museum of all our sight, where you had me on display, yeah. All the while I wonder why never saw you in the daytime. View through glass, I almost tried. Now you keep me in your archives.
welcome back, everybody. The final half is upon us. So much white on this, and both of these teams are half they desperately need. Ghost, they're down at the moment, and a pistol would be the confidence booster, would be the tone shift that they need. And it's going to be a fight in mid that decides how this is going to start. Utility comes raining over. Kira ducks back in, peeks out immediately, dinked, and is hoping that Sakura can step up, but they've all dipped down, they've all jumped down, and now they're following them, they're chasing them, they catch a glimpse of the foot, and they've all been pushed off of sight. This gets really funky because it's flanks upon flanks, it's backstabs upon backstabs, and no one is where they should be, but that bomb goes down, and Lumen, they're close enough to retake. There's Daria looking to try find someone, does spot Mirror, a little bit of damage as well, but not enough to find the kill, and they push forward Olio with one as well. They've managed to get back onto site, they've trapped them here. And now the fight in connector, they've got them penned in. They're trying to run them down, but running out of bullets. Only the last defense falls, and there's the round for Ghost. Much needed, and they look happy with themselves.
What an interesting pistol round. I mean, all which way and that way and everywhere, and it goes that way. Lumen, they did have a kit, just not enough bodies to kind of keep them at bay in E-Box. Unfortunate for them, but fortunate for Ghost Gaming. It's going to be Galil's and Mira Mac 10. I'm excited to see how she works this mid this time. Full save from Lumen. Full stack and Estrella stack over on the B site.
Look at that. All of the dots on the HUD perfectly lined up.
Oh, wow.
They'll never know.
They knew. They knew that we wanted to see that. What if they go plant A?
Except, but now we can't see who's where on the stack. We can't tell. It's a mystery. We can see that Oli is not on the ground, but
see Bezdara's on the top.
Okay,
kind of silly. I like this. I like this.
Little triangle. A little bit of a dance going on.
Yeah. Just can't move. Oh, now they're moving. Okay. All right. All right.
It's one by one. It looked like it's, is it everyone's decision? But one by one, they hop on off and I'm gonna slowly conga over towards that A site, knowing that nothing's going on towards B, but Ghost Gaming, they're looking to take the fight to them. And here it is. It's gonna be a battle for spawn.
Maybe. This is interesting. Emily's gonna be the one to spot them right next to the smoke over in CT Canal.
Look how much space they've taken beyond the site. Yeah, they know, and once Emily takes the fight here, all information is gathered and they can come pushing back.
The Leals are singing. So are the USPs. Okay, that's a big dink. That's keeping them over towards the site at least, and money gotta get farmed up.
Mira's little jump down there, throwing herself into the fight. I love to see it, but yeah, nicely done from Ghost to keep a handle on that, but yes, it was against Ecos, but there's a precedent that they set there, and there's something that they did really nicely, which is how far beyond the site they push, because they're not hearing anything on site. They've had a relatively free plant, and that makes them uncomfortable, because they don't know where the retake, if there is a retake, is coming from. So they push much further before they even get the bomb down, and it means that they can predict and they can understand and reinforce wherever the defense is coming from before it really happens.
Absolutely. Now with rifles in hand, Mira's still being a menace over in mid. Just gonna fall back into site, fight for this A main control with the team. Just giving them a lot of space to do their work, and a lot of space for Scraft and Kira to try and hold out over towards mid. With Scraft and Sakura over towards mid. A bit of a spray down, doing a bit of damage, and you know what? Ghosts, they are reading the signs. They're like, that is a lot of players mid, lots of players A. Let's go B. Just like they did last round. Smokes come out, bomb gets planted, and now Lumen 5v5 retake. Oh, 5v4 actually. That's a nice first kill on 7 Licious. That is a heavy, heavy hitter on Ghost's side. MP9 looking to farm up a bit of cash. Let's get traded out very quickly. And Ellie, sharpshooter with the Galil doing a lot of work as well. Now Olia left alone. She is on site. She doesn't make any noise. Make Ghost Gaming think that she isn't even here. Get a ninja defuse, but just like that, they're just hiding in the E-box, waiting for the peek out, and it does happen for Ghost Gaming here.
I love that they peek out right as the smoke is blossoming because they're not willing to risk the spam through the smoke. They're not willing to risk being baited. They get a little bit ahead of it. They get the jump. And it's very cleanly swept up for them. It's now a difficult... Exactly, clean as good. Squeaky clean. But there's going to be a buy squeaked out here from Lumen. It's not going to be pretty because they are saving enough to buy heavily into the next. But it's a couple of...
Mouse.
Exactly.
You can get a 1D here on the mirror.
Close range with the MAC-10. Yes, could go either way.
Yeah. She's already at 34 health. Yeah, that's a stray bullet only needed.
Hey, that on Kira. Oh, Kira, gotta be careful. Standing, trying to figure out where the safe space is. Kiki gets absolutely duped by Scrafton. Gonna be a picked up weapon as well. Well, it would be if there was anybody else left to help around, but they are not. Ghost Gaming, they clear out the site. They clear out the remaining defense. And they dismantle the force buy, and now Lumen, yeah, it's a little bit of a sad one, but also straight away, straight back into the buy. First gun round for them, and it needs to be a victory because they've already lost the lead they came into this half with.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very rough for them if they allow Ghost Gaming to get double digits here. They're not going to be really dancing with any confidence, any good feelings on their CT side. And Ghost Gaming, you know what they're doing? They are deciding to just take this and run with it very quickly. Bizarre is about to get tested by a MAC-10 up close range, and Pikiki's going to finish that out for Mira. Not even going to have to do this, but the utils coming out, the flashes and the nades, all this damage utility-wise is all on Ghost. They are all here and ready. Sevenless just able to get a trade. They know that all of Lumen are here already. You have a mid lurk about to activate. Ellie's still there, and they decide to back away from this for now.
Ooh, mid-lurk immediately taken down. And if you look at the health bars, the remaining Ghost players, it's definitely messy. And when Kira rounds the corner like that, but it is unfortunately going to be a little bit of a distraction as over towards B, the bomb gets planted. And Emily, she can get ahead of this. It's messy, and it was just one bullet needed to take down one of those Canals players. And now it all falls onto her. It would have been a kill. So much less stress for her to work with in the clutch. And it's Kira, low HP. She let her live. She let her live in Canals. And it's going to be her that puts this round in the grave for Ghost. And an 8th round, we said they needed it to close this gap, to stop Ghost getting away with, sort of running away with the last bit of this map. And that's where it is.
Now, this is interesting. As I was saying, if Lumen did not win that past round, it will be a different, completely different story for them. But now, the full buy, they were able to box in all of Ghost Gaming, make them uncomfortable, make them wary of everything, shutting down the mid lurk. There was nowhere for them to run, nowhere for them to hide. And it felt like they were just popping out of the woodwork. This is the Lumen that we saw on Inferno. This is the Lumen that we saw a little bit on Ancient, not as much, but a lot more on Inferno. And it feels like they are starting to get into their stride. Let's just see if they're able to get the conversion, capitalize on this, damage Ghost Gaming's economy just a little bit more to make them in a spot where it's uncomfortable to find double digits for either of this team.
Exactly. And timeout being called because, of course, this is where it's starting to be quite pivotal. They're going back and forth once again as we start to come towards the end of regulation. And timeouts, they have now been burnt through for Ghost. Lumen going to use that opportunity themselves to try double down on their victory. First round of the half that they had under their belt. But it's the smoke hitting Piggy Kiki for the kill there.
Oh my gosh. It's the first one we've seen in a few weeks.
I was going to say, we talked about the util damage. That's not what we had in mind. And the util once again causing havoc. Zaichi parted, it's not going to be a kill, but Scraft is the walking wounded. And still waiting for a little bit more, but the rest of her team taken down as the rest of her A defense falls. Her attention follows, and she is going to go down now. 3 versus 4. And
that's a nice shot from Aaliyah.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot, and that's exactly exactly what you need to be seeing to hold on to this. You can call your teammates over, but actually, if Ghost are silent here, they may be able to get the drop. But the fact that they've heard nothing more, Sakura's not convinced and heads back B.
You know what? I like this triple push in mid, though. Can very easily disrupt this bomb holder if Emily isn't able to hold down or get a kill with this op. But the timing just slips through the fingers just like that. Mira has E-box control, can see and hear if they do drop down, but they're going 3B main. I like this. They're not going to expect this. They're at least going to expect one with that kill. Molly out just to protect them for now, but they are still setting their sights towards the back of B. Can hear her. It's a little bit. Ellie is a wide peek here. She could be able to see all three, and now Mira would be left alone. She only sees one.
It's not even much information to go on. And gonna be trying to save this weapon. Can hear the defuse coming on through, but it's not planted for her. She's so far away. Actually takes a little bit of a peek, and they are gonna try run her down. Get scary. Even the AK was looking uncertain to be taken into the next round. And 9-9, we're tied up. This could go either way. This is both of these teams neck and neck. And with their necks on the line, no less, in not only this series, but in the overall tournament. And there's the smoke kill. Just sort of spirals from there, but I've been loving what I'm seeing from Lumen playing off of each other. The trade spacing has been immaculate, and it's meant that Ghost have been needing individuals to step up for these multi-kills to bring back the player advantage, or for them, the player disadvantage, back to neutral. And we're going to need to see them either winning these fights or maybe playing a little bit further back. Passively, potentially. And Lumen, they have been having a lights-out series.
Which is a little ironic.
It is a little ironic. Just a little bit, a little tad.
It's luminescent. It's they're flashbanging.
Exactly. Losing the name. And this time, Scruff was super up in their faces and causing them problems, lighting a fire under them in mid. This time playing a little bit passively, but Ghost themselves, they're not willing to touch it either. Humans, they toy with the idea.
It's a Miss E-box smoke as well. That gave a lot of information over to Olia, but it could be fake information. They're going rugs right now. Pushing up towards mid, and Olia's repositioned herself over towards back. Scrap here to help her out. She's about to get mollied out. She's getting forced into this fight. The first one's good. Op is now smoked out. She has to be good, but the trade is instant. Ellie just have to pick up the pieces here.
Yeah, there are so many pieces needed to be picked up. We talked about the mid-round cooling. They're going to need to come up with something, anything. But first, they've got to deal with Bezdaria. They do indeed, but Malicious, she seems to thrive in the low HP situations. And Ellie actually so far pushed up. A little bit of information and gives them the buffer. It needs to be the second prong to the attack, leading the way. And Sakura is waiting. If they can clear her out, they've bought themselves so much space, but are they expecting her solo? Spots the head, and the adjust is instant. It is perfection. And now the bomb will go down, but there's so much less to defend with here. Sevenlicious just about slips by, and Emily has to jump up. Or does she? Chooses not to risk it. Sit and wait. Sevenlicious takes the fight. It's a lot of damage, but has left a 1v3 on Emily's hand. It's messy for the first. They are just going to run her down tight round the corner here. They are just going to spray through the wall. And so much time for the defusers. Lumen hit 10. I'm... Either way. Yep.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I mean, this is a way to answer back. Ghost Gaming, they're getting put into such uncomfortable spots. And even that angle that Sakura was in last round when she got that kill on Ellie, I believe, Like, that was just so comfortable. That was just a cozy little angle. I just want to point that out real quick. Very quickly into A. Oh, they're flashed out. Spray's good. Those trade.
Yeah, it is so clean. Lights out from Sakura. It's been a quieter series for her, but stepping up now when it matters and bringing themselves closer and closer to that important series point. Emily peeks out. It's a nice bit of damage, but no kill to be found. In Lumen, they're starting to feel this.
They're getting energized. They're getting ready for it. They want this series win. They want to prove that they are the better team. They want to be higher up on the standings for North America here. Just so much closer to the possibility of maybe squeaking on by into Dallas. We obviously don't know the exact numbers if this is even possible, but all depends on how next week's games go for FlyQuest and Supernova Comets. It'd just be the flip of a hat.
Ghost Gaming have burnt through all 3 of their timeouts. So Lumen, they're using the opportunity here to have a bit of a conversation. And it's going to give Ghost the chance to chat as well, as this is getting to the crucial final steps. And all portfolio, we've not had the opportunity to see her a whole lot on it. And this could be it. Finally, a left turn out of the left field to throw off Ghost Gaming and to secure themselves potentially happen series points. And with where Ghost's money is at this round, this could be the final push.
This could be it. This could be it. To give everything you can into it. A nice shot, but not gonna land on anyone quite yet. Scraf could get timing here. Oh, she sees her first. Mira could have found her around the corner, but she's gonna get the better of it. That's an AK picked up. That's all mid control taken away from Ghost Gaming. Now they have to brunt force their way through either of these site openings. So the E-box has to be A main. Sevenlicious knows where she wants to go, but a smoke could change that. Lumen are playing this so smartly, so slowly.
I don't even know what to do here. Sevenlicious needed to go a little bit further. Almost spots that player, but doesn't quite. And now Piggy Kiki has some help once that smoke fades in main, but Sakura, ever the vigilant defender. And there's 1-for-1 on the trades, but it's not 1-for-1 because a second comes out. Kira to save the day. And now Sevenlicious and Emily, they've not even got a free sight. They've not even drawn away the rotate. Scruff does have a look through mid, but now 15 seconds, it's now or never. And I think they just save knowing that this is all they have for that final round.
This is such a tough spot. Mira's positioning is so important for this other team. And oh my gosh, a leg coming through onto Scrap. Emily may not even be able to keep this. They are searching for it. Okay, all right. Okay, this is tough. Let me go back to what I was saying. Mira is giving so much to Ghost Gaming just by her presence in mid. And a simple mistake just like that, where Scrap was able to get the better of her, coming around the corner, able to get that very, very free kill, completely dismantled all of Ghost Gaming's T-side ideas. They had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, nothing to do, and it just feels like the mid-rounding is just not there for them at this point in time.
No, it is not. And this is exactly when you need it to be as well. Ghost Gaming, one final push, and there's not much utility already. They just have to sit and wait this out. They don't want to give any points of damage away early. Mira loading up that smoke, hoping maybe she can find something in mid. Helpfully be the teammate to give this a second dimension to their attack, but there's the opening kill given away. Another smoke coming out, and a minute whittled off the time already. They've got a bit to work with here, but as Scraft and Olia, they divert their attention. They might get trapped in mid, and Bezdaria, does she get aggressive? Does she find this pick 7licious? It needs to be hot, has just about found the timing, but here it goes. Here's the pop. Scraft with one, going for the second, gonna find it as well. And now they've been pushed off of site, but the bomb still hasn't made it on, and that gives them the time to go around the world, around spawn, to find another way to attack this. But 7licious.
She expecting to jump all the way into 3, a team kill. That could be the difference. Ellie over in stairs. She's able to find the first, not the second. Sakura, good for it. Able to find the last kill. 13 rounds, and Lumen, they get to celebrate. This is a series win that you get to brag about. What an incredible run here, Affinity.
Could not have put it better myself. It gets shaky, but they took the first map, they took the last. It's gone the distance, but my god, they have